college basketball season in full swing, schools around the nation are looking to fill the stands and get fans excited to cheer on their teams. Here today to discuss more is Assistant Director of Ticket Sales and Marketing for American University Athletics, Benjamin Zenker. Ben, thank you for joining.
Having me here, man.
We'll talk over each other. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
So can you just briefly tell us a little bit about what the Blue Crew is and how important you guys think you are to the sporting event and atmosphere at AU?
Definitely. So Blue Crew is the main official student organization of American University Athletics, and it is open for all students, and they sign up for it and all that kind of stuff. And it is so important to the student athletes and the coaches because it's being an athlete myself from before when I played baseball, it just changes the atmosphere, having people in the stands, and because we drive ourselves to have our own energy, but having that extra push to get that win, that extra point, whatever it may be, makes such a difference and adds on. And that's why the Blue Crew is so important to the student athletes and coaches, because that extra energy could be the push that could get us to win that game, the title, whatever it may be.
How does, obviously people worry about and wonder about why attendance is so low at certain sporting events here. How does your department look to utilize the Blue Crew to gain attendance at these things?
So attendance has been a struggle, and it's a struggle across campus for many activities. And a big purpose for that is we're in DC. It's an active city, there's tons of things to do. And you have to utilize that still and know that it's got to be a community atmosphere, and Blue Crew is that bridge where they're going out to the on-campus community and saying, these student athletes, these coaches are just a part of the community as anyone else is, and we need to come out and support them and all the things that they're passionate for.
And so it's officially basketball season. It's kind of the big season for AU, and they've made the tournament a couple of times in the past. So what are some of the promotions you guys are gearing towards them? Because that seems to be the event that gets the most people.
Yep, so men's and women's basketball, there's a lot scheduled that we want to do, and the big thing for me when I came here is that we need to really push out and make it more of a community atmosphere. It's not just about sports. This is a place where community can gather, communities can have events on campus, community, off campus community. So big things like having a possible Pride Night, and we've done a Hispanic Heritage game for men's soccer. It's going out to specific communities and saying, this is a place where you can, have food, bring friends, bring your networks, and have a good time around athletics, and show your support for them too by being there.
Talk a little bit about the Patriot League volleyball tournament that just ended over the weekend in Bender Arena. How do you think the fans and the AU Spirit community rallied together to support the athletes?
Oh my gosh, it was tremendous, the crowd we had, especially the student athletes. It's so important that student athletes support student athletes because they get each other the most. But even more so, there was one special group that has been there almost all season for volleyball. It was for two of our freshman players, and they live on the same floor as them, and they created that community and bond that we're trying to bring apart to everyone. Like, get to know each other so you want to come out there because they're your friends. And they've literally been there for every single game, cheering them on, coming out with posters. And it's such a beautiful thing that they saw it all the way through to the Patriot League Championship and got the win. So they did it together, and that's the whole thing that Blue Crew is there for, AU Athletics is trying to do, is just bring people together so we can have that community and be supportive of each other.
So in trying to bring people together, what do you think are some of the most effective strategies? I'm assuming food, stuff like that. Could you just talk a little bit about those effective strategies?
So food and promotional items are always the #1 draws for sports, from professional to here in college to even high school. But the big thing that I like to instill is that we need to branch out and reach out to community leaders, community members, and go out to them and say that this is a place, like I said before, of gathering. It's not just about like a promotional item. It's just about getting together for a common goal. May it be supporting LGBTQ rights and all that if it is Pride Night, or if, like I said before, if it's Hispanic Heritage Month, have that Hispanic Heritage game and bring people there to celebrate what is going on. And at the same time, you're there supporting the student athletes and the coaches that might also be connected to those same issues and those community relations. So bringing that all together is the thing we're trying to do different, especially here in DC where it's all about diversity. And it shouldn't just be about promotional items or anything of those likes, but of bringing people together.
So lastly, what are some personal goals you wish to kind of achieve during your time here?
There's so many goals. One of the big things I always like to do is you always make a better atmosphere for your internal community, so that everyone in AU Athletics being that one family together so we can strive to do our best for the student athletes and coaches. But at the same time, another goal is creating that community atmosphere here by going out to RHA, going to student government, going to all the organizations on this campus and saying, whatever you want to do, we can help you with. Going out into the community and doing that same thing.
Awesome. All right, thanks a lot, Ben. And
Great.
That's going to do it for us today for District Wire News Sports. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tommy Bennett.
And I'm Ryan Siegel. Have a happy Thanksgiving to all of you.